Let me tell you why I'm here. This is why I'm here. I walked into bank after bank asking for a business loan, and every one of them told me no. The part that hurt wasn't hearing the word no, which that hurt too, but it was that nobody would tell me why. Then one banker took the time to explain what everyone else had overlooked. And that one conversation changed my life. I've been a hairstylist for more than 40 years. You hear a lot more than conversations about hair. People talk about money, businesses, credit, family, dreams, and a lot of times their biggest struggles. See, after listening to thousands of stories over the years, I realized something. I wasn't the only person trying to figure life out the hard way. I had a story worth sharing too. And when I walked into those banks years ago, I truly believe I had done everything right. I carried in my tax papers. I was ready, or at least I thought I was, and every bank told me no. If I tell you I left frustrated because I wasn't asking anyone to give me something that I hadn't worked for. I simply wanted to understand what I needed to do. And finally, one banker saw I was discouraged. Better yet, I told him. And he sat me down to talk with me. He didn't just say no. He explained why. And I'll never forget walking out of the bank. And for the first time, I left the bank without being upset. Actually, I was relieved because somebody finally took time to tell me what was wrong. And years later, I realized something I'll never forget. They weren't rejecting me. They were rejecting what I didn't know. And nobody had ever taught me. See, I was raised in a family that talked about business and credit, but they never talked about loans, credit scores, financial statements, or how banks make lending decisions. And that's not their fault because they can't teach us something that they didn't know. But we were taught to work hard, and that matters. But what I learned was hard work alone isn't always enough. See, sometimes you need someone to explain how things actually work. People hear the word ignorance and think it means someone isn't smart. But it simply means you were never taught. And that's why I'm here, to explain the why so the how finally makes sense. See, this channel is about more than credit. It's about money, building businesses, home ownership, protecting your family, and making wiser financial decisions with what you now understand. I've made mistakes. I've lost money. I've had doors closed in my face, and I've been told no multiple times. But every one of those moments taught me something I didn't know before. And that's why you can't get discouraged. But instead of stopping me, they taught me. Through every season of my life, God has never left me. And that's why I believe faith and action belong together. You see, this is what I do. I pray, and then I go to work because faith gives me hope, and action moves me forward. And one of the biggest lessons I've learned is that mindset matters. See, life will happen. Disappointments will come. And it's okay to hurt for a moment. You just can't stay there. You got to pick yourself up and keep it moving. Keep learning, keep trusting, and keep doing the work. And I'm not telling you anything that I don't do. And after more than 4 decades behind the chair, I've learned something else. People will tell you their whole life story if you simply listen. Now, here is the number one rule. You don't repeat it. You learn from it. And God knows I've learned from my own life. I've learned from thousands of conversations. And now I want to pass those lessons on to you. Because knowledge isn't meant to die with us. It's meant to simply help someone else. And if you've ever felt like you were figuring everything out alone, if you've never wondered why nobody taught us these things, you're in the right place. You don't have to know everything to start. You just have to be willing to learn. And my promise is simple. I'll share what I've learned, the victories, the mistakes, the lessons, and together we'll keep growing. And let me say this. Welcome to Elsie's Financial Literacy Crusade. We're going from surviving to succeeding through faith and through action. If this message encouraged you, I'd love for you to subscribe, share this video with someone who needs it. Better yet, share it with everyone. And come back each week as we continue learning together. And thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video.
Yeah, 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 yeah.